Jamarco, I put like a poll out for Ohio State fans to ask who they think like the most underrated senior is on this team, and they voted you as the most underrated. And I just find it interesting that you've been the starting left tackle here for 2 years, and like people don't know anything about you. You managed to really fly under the radar. Like in the end, is that how you would have preferred your career here to go, to kind of just be like a seen but not heard kind of guy?
You know, as offensive lineman, if they call your name out, you're usually doing something wrong. So yeah, I don't really mind it at all. You know, I just try to go out there and do my job and help the team win. The offensive lineman, we don't really get too much publicity and things like that, unless we're doing bad. So I don't mind it at all.
I know you have games left, but has it gone the way you envisioned? Like, did this all happen kind of according to plan for you?
Yes, like my whole career.
Your career, like you know, to come and then you learn behind Taylor, and then you're a 2-year starter.
I mean, as a freshman, of course, I came in wanting to play, but I was not ready for that. I found that out very quickly. And so I think the path that I took it really helped me out in the long run. You know, having Taylor ahead of me and some of the other older guys, just to learn from them, like how to handle my business on and off the field. You know, how to go about practicing every day, and just things like that, learning the game and things like that. I think it really helped me out in the long run. I became much better. My knowledge of football is a lot better, and things like that, and just how I was able to see things on the field and react to stuff by watching Taylor for those 2 years. It really did help me out in the long run, I think.
You've been in your home state school. Is that special at all to you?
Not really.
Okay, I didn't know if
I mean,
they
yeah.
were involved in your recruiting, whether they tried hard or not.
I mean, yeah.
Just another school.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You mentioned not being ready as a freshman. Offensive line, it's incredibly difficult to be ready as a freshman. Do you even have to tell the young guys who come in, or they find out really quickly that they...
I mean, now with Michael Jordan starting last year, but I think they can do it. But it's really like a once in a lot of years type of thing. You know, you don't see that too often, especially. I think Mike was the first one in like 20 years or something crazy like that. It just doesn't happen, especially in the Big Ten. You know, it's such a physical game here. And if he wouldn't have came in early, that probably wouldn't happen as well. So, you know, there's a lot that goes into that happening. And so, yeah, like I said, everybody does come in thinking that they're ready. But then as soon as you get out there and you go up against some of those guys we got in the D-line, you learn very fast that you're probably not ready.
Is it first practice is when you learn?
Oh, yeah. I remember my freshman year, I went up against Noah Spence and Joey and all them. I was like, oh, man, it's a lot different than high school, you know. It was humbling. I would say very humbling camp experience I went through.
I know you tweeted earlier this week that it was starting to hit you, that it was going to be your final home game. Does it feel bittersweet right now?
It does, you know, just looking back on everything that has happened in the last 4 years, you know, it's been a fun time, you know, from national championships and things like that. It's just all the hard times, you know, you go through in college, it's a grind, you know, to make it through, you know, school, socially, football-wise, everything. You know, just looking back on all the fun times and all the things you went through that kind of molded you into who you are today. It's just crazy to think about.
As you reflect